Today I'm soaking some rice that I'm going to cook tomorrow. Soaking the rice reduces the phytic acid and makes it a lot easier for your body to absorb the nutrients that are in the brown rice. It doesn't require as long a soaking time as wheat normally does. The rule of thumb is 7 hours or more. Wheat is usually 12 to 24 hours they recommend. And what I have here is 4 cups of brown rice. This happens to be short grain, but the same method works with short grain or long grain. Just depends on what you want to be doing with it. I'm adding 8 cups of water, filtered water, of course, and then half a cup of apple cider vinegar. And you can also use either lemon juice or whey from your yogurt. And then you can use a spoon. I'm just sloshing it around a little to make sure the vinegar is all through the water. And then I'm just going to cover this, let it sit overnight, and tomorrow I will drain off the soaking liquid and add water to cook it as normal, another 8 cups of water probably for the 4 cups of rice. Now, soaking rice is a little different from soaking other grains because you want to save your soaking water and use it again because it becomes more effective the more times you use it. You don't have to save your soaking water. You can just throw it away and use new every time. But you'll find that if you reuse it, your rice becomes more and more digestible every time you use the same soaking water. So what I normally do is I would take this after it's soaked, pour it through a mesh strainer and save the liquid in another bowl, and then pour it into a quart jar. This is my rice soaking water that I've used many times. I find that there's some sediment that settles on the bottom, and I just shake that back in before I use it again. And I also notice that usually about a quarter of the water gets absorbed into the rice. And I just refill it up to the top of the quart jar if I need more liquid than I have when I go to use it. But the soaking water still retains the phytase, which is built up and reduces the effect of the phytic acid and breaks it down, which is what makes it more effective as it's reused. So that is soaking rice. It is really not a difficult procedure at all. It is, I realize, one more thing to remember. So I'm discussing in my blog post when it's important to soak grains and when I think you can skip it. So be sure to check out my blog post for that and enjoy your rice.